8. Again. Famous last words, isn't it? Have I rolled a number 6? Yes, I haven't. Have I rolled a number 6? Yes, I have. Alright. This is becoming really fun. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, for flipping hell's sake. This is getting ridiculous. So, number 8 is becoming very, very popular. This is the last roll. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, thank God for that. Hi, my loves, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to it. Today's video is my July TBR. I am so excited for this because my Go Fish game is back in action, is new and improved, and I cannot wait to play it. I'm so excited for this revamp of my TBR game. I've missed it. The past 2 months it's been chaotic, so I knew I wasn't going to play my game, but it gave me the chance to change my game into a way that I think I would prefer, and it gives me that mood read bit that I want. So yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I just really hope that it goes well for me, because I do have a few books that are a set TBR, and I haven't learned, because I've entered myself into 2 readathons in July as well. I didn't learn from whatever you want-a-thon, but hey, I just like doing them. So yeah, I have got a few books that are set, not as many as I had last month, thank God, but yeah, I'm really excited. I just hope it works well for me so I can fit all these books into the prompts. But yeah, with further ado, let's get straight into the video because I'm so excited! So, before I get into my Go Fish TBR game, I do have a few books that are set on my TBR, but I'm hoping to incorporate some of those books into my game if the prompts let me. But yeah, so I have a lot of books to read this month. However, I'm not overly worried, as a lot of these books are quite short, and a lot of these books I think I am going to read very fast because they just sound like really easy, fantastic reads. And some of the books I technically don't need to read till the end of July, the start of August. So if I don't read all of them in July, especially the ones for this particular readathon, then I'm not so bothered because it is continuing in through the beginning of August. So before I get into the game, quickly just say I have put in the description box my latest video of what is new of my game, all the rules and everything like that. So if you haven't watched it already, then I recommend watching it just so you understand the change in my game and what's different, and also the rules for it. But hopefully if you don't want to, when I do the game, you will understand it as I'm playing it. Hopefully. I don't think it's overly complicated to understand, but yeah, so I'm hoping to fit some of these books into my TBR game with the prompts, because otherwise I'm going to be crying, because that'll be a lot of books. But to get onto the books that are on set, I am participating in 2 readathons. I'm going to do 2 separate videos of them and the TBR books, so I won't overly go into the actual books so much. I'll show them to you to say this is for this readathon and this is for that readathon, but actually watch those videos to go into what prompts they fit and everything like that. But I'm just going to quickly go with the books for tours. And the first up, which I'm currently reading, is The Mix-Up by Holly McCulloch. Oh, I'm crap with names, I'm so sorry. This is out actually in August 2021. I'm about a quarter in. It's a romance. It sounds really cute. I'm enjoying it so far, but it's basically Paige is a wedding cake baker, but she's very, very against relationships after her last relationship ending in an absolute kerfuffle, and she's lost all her trust in everyone. She decides to go and have a no strings attached fun, and basically she got told to look for the guy with the black top, but she found 2 guys with black tops. And the little bit here, it says, Noah was meant to be her perfect distraction. Instead, he wants more than just a bit of fun. But could the wrong guy turn out to be the right choice? So far, what I'm reading, it's fantastic. It's very funny. I'm also currently reading The Fragile Earth by Susanna Wise. This and The Mixer are actually need to be reviewed, literally the 1st and the 2nd of July. Just remembered that I need this one. So that's why I'm currently reading it. This is a dystopian book. It's very much feeling dystopian future, but it's also about climate and climate change and things like that. Thoroughly enjoying this. It's just this is very good, and it's like the descriptions of everything. I just feel like I'm there, so I'm enjoying that. Also, I've already read this, but The Watchmen by Rob Parker. This is a crime thriller. I also have three non-fiction books, which is a first, because if you know me, you know I don't read that. The first is a memoir, which is Life at the End of the Tunnel by Christina Black. This is about domestic abuse and how she got out of that situation, and how she moved on from being a domestic abuse victim, and how she got into the life she is at now. I really think this is going to be a very hard-hitting and upsetting book, but I think it's going to be a fantastic read. And being in an abusive relationship myself when I was younger, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is. Another memoir is Small on Motherhoods by Claire Lynch. This is about Claire's journey as a mother with her partner Beth. It talks about parenthood, it talks about miscarriage, it talks about infertility, it talks about IVF. It also talks about it's about diversity. It's also got a lot about when you're LGBTQ rep, and talking about like it's not mother and mother, it's mother and partner, or father and partner. It's not like father and father, mother and mother, and it's just talking like that. The reviews I've seen of this at the minute for the tours that I'm currently in for this, it's been 5 stars. Everyone's really loved it. They said it just doesn't feel like you're reading a non-fiction memoir. So yeah, I'm really excited to be reading this one. And then the last one for it is Elizabeth and Margaret, The Intimate World of the Windsor Sisters by Andrew Morton. This is basically non-fiction about the 2 sisters, about what they were like as sisters before Queen Elizabeth got crowned. And yeah, I think this is going to be really good. I have watched The Crown and absolutely love it. I haven't finished the series, but I'm slowly going through it. And I just love the dynamic of how these 2 were and how it all changed. And I think this is going to go even more in depth. And it also has, it's also got pictures of the sisters as well, which I just love. I also have this selection of books that are also for tours that are on Kindle. Yeah, I've got a lot to go through, so I'm not going to go into them, but I've got them. I've also got this little free that I was kindly gifted from authors, so I need to review them for this month, because I have promised to say, and I keep not doing it. And yeah, I'm finally doing it, but I'm really excited for them. The Sunset, this one, really excited for it because it's a dystopian, and it's to do about like a pandemic. And the author reached out to me. It was him and his brother who wrote it. Reached out because he saw me review The End of Men, and he said if I really enjoyed that, I would probably like this one, which is to do with a pandemic and sort of thing. Not our particular pandemic we're going through, like coronavirus, even though The End of Men wasn't coronavirus, but it was very similar. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. And these 2 are I think romance, if I remember correctly. And then on to other books like book clubs and stuff. So I'm only participating in my book club and 2 others. So I am doing Sydney's Patreon book club, but the book that they actually doing for book club I've already read, which was The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. So I won't be participating in that one, but we are doing a buddy read to the second book that would have won if like the second winner. So that's Ace of Spades by Farida Biki Iyamidi. I'm sorry if I say that word. So we're buddy reading this, and I am extremely excited. I have the Waterstones edition, so it's got red sprayed edges, which I love. But yeah, this is giving me sort of possible dark academia vibes maybe, but it is a private academy and it's a thriller and it just sounds right up my street, so I'm excited for that. Then I'm doing Phase and Gaze book club because I'm always participating in it. Every book I've read of Phase and Gaze I've loved, and July's is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. Don't know much about this, if I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going blind. I'm not 100% sure whether it is a fantasy or if it's a sci-fi fantasy. Not 100% sure, but that's our pick. But I'm sure I am going to enjoy it. Then I have my book club pick, which is Sick Kids in Love, which is a romance, like a contemporary romance, but it also has chronic illness and disability representation. So we have our main character Isabel. She's got rheumatoid arthritis, and I think the male love interest in here, which doesn't say his name, but I think he possibly has ME if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think this is going to be a fantastic book and I can't wait to read it. And then also alongside my book club, we are reading Air of Fire by Sarah J Maas, which is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series, which was started with for Mass Along, Read Along. So this is the 3rd book. I'm breezing through Throne of Glass. It is such an easy, fun. I'm having a blast with this read along. So yeah, we got that. Some of these books also are going into the readathons. So I'm actually going to just lift the books that are for the readathons, just so you can see. Hold on. Can I pick them up? I have no idea whether I'm going to be able to manage this without dropping them. So these, these books are all for the 2 different readathons. So I will tag the channel. Actually no. Yeah, I will, once I film them, because the readathons will be after this, but once I've done them I will tag them in the description so you can then go and look at them. But yeah, so that's that. And with that, let's go into the actual Go Fish TBR game and see if I can fit any of that lot of books into the game, because otherwise I'm going to be reading a hell of a lot this month when I don't want to read a lot, since it was 40 in June and I didn't manage that. But yeah, so let's get into my Go Fish TBR game and see what books I get from that. I'm over here. We're just going to start my game. So I've got my Go Fish cards, my prompt cards, and I've also got my little book to tally down numbers should I throw the same number in the dice. Yeah, let's just get started because I'm so excited. So we've got the cards, the dice, we've got the prompt cards. So let's get started. Quickly shuffle these. I have already done so, but there's so many cards it's not particularly easy to shuffle. Oof. Oh my god, they're all going to fall on the floor in a minute. No, they didn't. Right. Split, split, split. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just move them there. 9, 10, 11, 12. Dice, we got 2 dice, but I'm only going to roll 1 dice for the first round and then 2 for the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically, if, hello, so if I roll, say, a number 6, and then I roll again, it's a number the same as a number 6, then I will have to tally it in my chart. And when I do 5 tallies, I then have a punishment. But also, I will add another throw as well. So we have 6 throws. It might turn out to be more. But with further ado, let's get started. So round 1, and we're just going to throw 1 dice. And it fell on the floor. I don't know where it fell on the floor. Oh, it landed on number 1. See? Oh, hang on. Number 1. So with further ado, we take the 1 card, and the prompt is unknown to BookTube and Bookster. Or Bookster. So the first roll, as you saw, was unknown to BookTube or Bookstagram, and for that I have picked Love and Rumours by Jean Aram. I recently got this from the charity shop. It's book 1 of a Summer Sisters Beach Reads Contemporary Romance. I have not seen it absolutely anywhere on BookTube or Bookstagram, so we're going from this. This is about a photographer who needs money fast, and one movie star with an offer as tempting as his bad boy smile. And obviously it's a love story, but I can imagine it's going to be quite a bumpy ride. So we are doing this book for that, and I am excited. I think this is going to be a very quick, easy read. Prompt you saw was royalty or politics based, and I have actually managed to fit a book that was in my TBR full list, and it actually is both of these, which is awesome. And for that, it's going to be Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This has both royalty is about the kingdom of 6 duchies, is about basically being useful to the crown. It also has the politics alongside this, and also we've got the magic side of things as well. So this is going to be a perfect choice for royalty or politics based, and I get to finally read this, and it was already on my TBR anyway, so win-win in my opinion. Third row, we got most words in a title, and this took me forever to work out. I thought I had a book that had lots of lots of words on the title, but actually I didn't. And then I was like, okay, I'm like, is really 6 going to be it? And then I looked at my TBR and I was like, oh, found the perfect one. And that is the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaefer and Annie Burrows. I've watched the movie. I love the movie. This is the book version. My mum, I actually gifted this for my mum. My mum read it before me, but she basically said this is all letters, which if you watch the movie, you know that the two main characters sort of swap letters to each other, but this actually goes more into depth of what the letters said and that, rather in the movie it was when they actually met. So I'm really excited for this, and this is a book that again was on my TBR. It was for one of the readathons, so I got to fit another book that was on my TBR for this prompt. We're getting there. I'm hoping we're gonna not have extra books, but let's see what the next roll is gonna be. We got buddy read, and this was absolutely easy peasy because I have a book that fits perfect for that, and that's Ace of Spades by Farida Abiki Iyamide, because we are buddy reading this with Sydney for her Patreon. This was one of the books on the poll for what we were going to read for this month's book club, but the maidens won, so usually the second winner we read as a buddy read, which was this. So yay, I can fit another book that was on my TBR for this prompt. I'm very happy because I have a lot of books and I don't want to add extra, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I think it is going to be a very easy one sitting read. We got main character has my dream job, and for that I have two. I'd love to be like a counsellor, or I'd love to either work in a library or work in a bookshop, and I went with this book because this is to do with someone working in a bookshop, and that is The Book Ninja by Ali Berg and Michelle Callas. So basically our main character Frankie works in a bookshop called the Little Brunswick Bookshop. So dream job right there. This is a romance, and I think I'm going to really love this because it has a lot to do with bookshops and books, so I think I'm really going to enjoy this. So let's pull that prompt. Reading that, am I?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Is there a reason?
Just because it's Heidi Swain.
Okay, thank you. Roll number 6, we got Mum Chooses, which basically is I get my mum to pick a book for me to read. I will insert a clip and you will see what she chose. but to go through anyway. She picked me The Secret Seaside Escape by Heidi Swain. I'm slowly getting into all of Heidi Swain's books. There are 8 books, and there is you can sort of do it in a series, but my mum's done this one because it's set in a complete different town, and it's got completely different characters, so it's not overly a follow on from things. So she said this is more of a standalone book. So yeah, she's recommended this. She said she loved this and she thinks I'm gonna love it too. So yeah, my mother, bless her heart, chose this, and I'm very excited to read it because it was a good pick of hers, because there were a few books she was letting that and I was like, no, don't give me that one please. But yeah, so we're going to read this one. Tell 6 throws did not happen. We're clearly doing more. So the next prompt we pulled up was strong family themes, and with that I picked up A Patchwork Family by Kathy Bramley. So I kind of swung this in a way, so it's not directly an actual family like blood relatives, but it's more about a a family of friends. It's about a child minding business that she does, but they all join together as a family to fight for this place called Evergreens to not be up for sale. But it says love, friendship and family come in all different shapes and sizes. So it is to do with family and that, but it isn't blood relative families. But I do feel like you can have family and it doesn't have to be blood relatives to be family. So I'm going with this purely because it might not be blood relatives, but it's still a family. And yeah, whether you agree with me or not on that one, but I'm sticking with it anyway. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I actually won this book in a giveaway last year, so I finally get to read it. It looks like we're gonna be having some extra rolls. So the, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 roll, okay, is Invoices, and I'm very glad I got this because I was a bit confused at first, thinking I don't like the Own Voices books I had in my head. I thought I don't actually own them, it means I either have to get it on my Kindle or buy it. And then I thought I'll just Google it just to actually double check, and bless good old Goodreads gave me a whole thing, and I thought, oh, so what I had in my head because of a read along I did, I assumed it was that, but actually no, when you go into it. But I had the perfect book for it. Again, it was on my set TBR, so I get to fit in one of those books in it, and it is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, illustrated by Chris Priestley. So I'm reading this for Myth Takes Readathon. This is in verse. It has got a lot of diverse rep, and yeah, when I googled up, this definitely is classed as Own Voices because of what goes on in this book. So yeah, I'm really excited to fit this into my game because it's on my TBR anyway, and I'm really excited to read it. And yeah, I'm really glad that I got to put this with a prompt because yay! impressed with this. So I could have gone with the books that I have in the corner, which are my like punishment books. Some have been DNF'd, some have just unhauled because I know I never read. I could have picked a book there, but I was like, no. So I made it a little bit easier on me, but it still is technically a last chance book. And we're going with Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman. So this is book 2 of the Scythe trilogy. I did do a vlog of Come Shopping With Me, which I'll link in here, and it explains to me why I picked this up. But basically, I read Scythe last year. I did enjoy it, but I just wish there were trigger warnings in it to tell me that this was actually very, very gruesome and very, like, you know, heavy on death. And I was quite shocked at how graphic one scene was with a school of children, and basically they all getting killed. And I was like, no, I finished the book, but I was like, I'm not going to continue the series. However, it's always been in the back of my mind thinking, actually, I want to know what happens. So this is the last chance, because I'm literally going to try it. And if I'm like, no, I don't like it, then I'm not going to read it. So last chance for this. If I don't enjoy it, then I'm never going to go back to it. So yeah, I made it a little bit easy for me, but still not brilliant because it's a chunky book. And yeah, we'll see whether I like it or not. Okay, we got the number generator, and I am going to go for 100 to 400, and let's see what page number we're going to get. 268. Dun, 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 dun. Roll number 10, which was number generator, and it was whatever number I got was the page count. So I did from 100 to 400. I've put a clip in so you'll see it, and I ended it into 268 I got, and I couldn't find anything that had exactly that number, and I didn't want to go like really over it, but I managed to find one near enough to it, and it's Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and this was 213 pages. Now this possibly is on my set TBR. It's not like completely set yet, but I might now actually put it as a set TBR just to make it easy. But I'm excited to read it. I wanted to read it for ages. I'm actually got this for 99p at the... No, it wasn't 99p actually. I lie. I did get it. It says 99p on it. I did get it from the charity shop, but actually it was 3 books for £1. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to read this, and I'm probably going to now put this as the set TBR. But yeah, I'm hoping that I don't do any more rolls after this, but we'll soon see. Okay, so we're on roll number 11, but thank the Lord it is the last roll, and it ended up with a very nice one word title. Now I have loads, but I really wanted to make it a little bit easier myself, and also I really desperately want to read this book, and that is Blackout, which is Love Stories Glow When the Lights Go Out, and it is short stories collections by Danielle Clayton, Nick Stone, Tiffany Day Jackson, Ashley Woodfolk, Angie Thomas and Nicola Yoon. And a couple of these authors I absolutely adore. A couple of authors on here I've heard of but I've not read any of the books. But it is literally little love stories, short stories by each of the authors, but it all sort of comes together as one like big story. And yeah, it's beautiful. I've got the Waterstones edition, so it's got the little like city, and then it's just purple on the other sides. And yeah, I really wanted to read this, so I was like, well, it's one word, so it fits. So that is that final throw, thank God. And that is all the books on my TBR. I do have this little collection of library books that if I have time I read them, but whether that will happen or not I don't know. I might just renew them and put them through to August, we'll see. As you can tell, I have a lot of books to read, but I am doing a few vlogs this month anyway, and I am going to do a vlog for this weekend where I'm going to try and read as many books in advance, so I'm ahead of the game. So we'll see. I think I do okay. A lot of these books I know I'm going to read in one go because I think I'm genuinely going to love them. But yeah, so that's that. This has probably been a very long video, so I'm now going to leave you all to it. And a big thank you for getting this far. Let me know if you've read any of these books. And with further ado, I hope you all take care of yourselves. I shall see you all again soon. Bye.